Not only is beef what's for dinner, it's also for breakfast and lunch. And in a way that makes it way more affordable than you might think. We all know that everything, grocery prices are going up, and beef included. But we're today going to use a chuck steak, a beautiful chuck steak that often people will cook low and slow, like a braise with liquid in an oven in a big cast iron deal to break it down. But you can grill it, and when you grill it, gets charred and delicious. And you know, it's not so far away in the cow from a ribeye. Definitely has ribeye notes, but definitely less expensive. We're gonna take that one chuck, we're gonna season it, we're gonna cook it, and we're gonna make three things with it. We're gonna make steak and fried egg breakfast tacos, steak frites. No, this isn't suddenly a French restaurant, but it will be a delicious restaurant, and creamy mushroom pasta with steak. All three using our one chuck. Oh, should we look at our chuck? Because it's beautiful. And there it is. And look what a beauty. Okay, so this is about 3 pounds that I paid, I think, $9 a pound. It's tough to beat. Beautiful marbling in here. The bands of fat are gonna give lots of flavor. This part up here, slightly reminiscent of the decal on a ribeye. It's all gonna be good. But before we do anything with it, we wanna season it up nicely and then just let it sit a little bit to let all the seasoning pull itself into this. Seasoning now. Here we go, real simple. We start with onion powder. I'm going 2 tablespoons. That should look like that. Same amount of garlic powder, same amount of black pepper. I like ground, it's really nice. Same amount of kosher salt, 1, 2, and then about a tablespoon of cayenne, coriander, and brown sugar. Little sweetness with beef is one of my favorite things. And this we will mix. All right, when you're all mixed up, let's get our steak back. So here's what we're gonna do. Flip the kid over. All right, little oil that we rub in, and now we'll season generously. This is quite thick. Oh, it's gonna be good. The smell, the smell, the smell. Now here's the thing. I wanted this to be fairly neutral in flavor. I didn't want to go like heavy chipotle or something like that. Why? Because I'm making 3 different things with this, and I didn't want to take it in a direction that was weird for the other things. Flip, quick oil, edges. Fat edges too, love the fat. All right, when this guy's all seasoned up, we're just gonna take him. Seasoning will start to do some beautiful work on this, and we'll prep the other things so when this is finished and cooked and sliced, throw everything together. This will be for the taco that has the chuck steak and the fried egg in it. So just a little sour cream like that. Then we're gonna add some green salsa, just about 1/4 cup to about 2 or 3 tablespoons of sour cream. A little cayenne, because a little cayenne's a nice thing. Squeeze of lime juice, tiny bit of salt, and we will mix. Oh, I splashed. Perfect. Set this aside, and we'll make some aioli for these steak frites. We're making a little horseradish garlic aioli for our steak frites, and we begin with some mayo. Perfect. And prepared horseradish. This is not horseradish cream, this is prepared horseradish. Then we follow up with some garlic, a couple cloves because it's excellent. Go a little hit of Dijon, beautiful. Some lemon juice, kosher salt, ground pepper, and some parsley. And this we will mix. A little more parsley. So not only will this be delicious on the steak part of the steak frites, but dip in a fry in that, next level. Speaking of fries, let's cut some. Those would be potatoes. But before we cut these, let me show you what we're cooking our fries in when they're cut. Boom. This is beef tallow. It's beef fat that's been rendered down and cooled, and it gets white and delicious looking. I'm gonna slowly start melting this now. So this is how it starts. You'll see it in a bit. Now for our potatoes. I think we all understand the process of prepping a potato for the fryer. I like to cut the ends off, give it a quick peel. And I say quick only because you don't want the potatoes having a chance to start to turn brown. And to aid in that, I have a bowl of water beside me that once they're sliced, I'll put them in, and it will also keep them from turning. So just get off the peel you need. Sometimes we like them with peel, sometimes we don't. Today I don't want them. And we'll cut. To make it easy for yourself, I like to make a flat side like that. And then this, and then cut planks. And you decide how thick you want them. You're the captain of your own ship. But whatever you do, just make them evenly sized so they cook at the same time, right? And this, and then you just cut them into their final planks and put them in the cold water. And do the other one. All right, these guys are now gonna soak for a bit, all covered up. Let me give this a quick clean, and we'll begin our mushroom sauce for the pasta. Our creamy mushroom sauce begins with a little bit of oil, in the pan, and 10 ounces of sliced cremini mushrooms. Look, Max, I did not use shiitakes. How's that make you feel?
Great. Shiitakes are my favorite.
So here's what we're gonna do. It's a pretty hot pan. We're gonna let these guys start to cook till they release their moisture, and then when the moisture's gone, or almost gone, we move on from there. So until then, there's not much to see. We can make this happen quickly for you. Swag. All right, we're there to keep moving. So a little shot of oil, like that, and then some garlic. And one more clove, there we go. And just when it gets fragrant, which, oh my goodness, is becoming now, we give it a little splash of vermouth, or feel free to use white wine, a couple tablespoons. Let that burn off. What's amazing is the liquid goes away, but the flavor and the aroma stay put. And our next move is replacing the very popular heavy cream situation to make this a sauce or other things. We're gonna cheat with a can of condensed mushroom soup. Let this start to mix itself. Mix it in nicely, and now we're gonna add some milk. Start with about a half a can's worth, and a can being what we just put in from the soup. This now allows you to make this as silky, as rich, as thin as you want. And you can see it's gonna need more. And just to help us boost the flavor, little extra will be some soy. About a tablespoon or two of soy. I'm using soy paste. You know I love it. And not only will it enhance the flavor, but the color of this gets so much better. Oh, now you're talking. Okay, this is ready. I'm gonna turn this off, put it off to the side, and guess what? That beautiful chuck that's been seasoned up, it's ready and waiting for us to throw in the grill. But we're gonna double cook our fries. So let's get one cook in first, and the other will come when the steak's almost ready. And with our oil somewhere around 325, 330 degrees, we'll put our dried potatoes in for our first fry. You can smell that beef tallow working its magic right away. I probably put a couple too many in, but that's okay. So this is about 3-4 minutes. We want them starting to cook. We don't want them starting to brown. That will save for the second fry. But doing it this way shortens the amount of time for the second fry and helps deliver a beautiful crisp, just like we'll want. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. Time to get these guys out. Tell you what, boys, I do this. You go set up by the grill, and we're happening. And on we go. Gorgeous. This beautiful chuck steak is pulled in the seasoning, ready for it to become a gorgeous piece of meat for us to turn into 3 different things. Here's the plan. I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes on each side, split up by basically 2.5 and then a 45, 2.5. Get some good color on both sides. This side is hot, this side is not. Then we'll move it over and we'll let it cook more like an oven. So we get that even doneness all the way through. And whatever doneness level you're looking for, I advise you use an instant read thermometer so you don't have to guess. All right, we're gonna give our friend a quick 45. Leave it lid down for another 2.5 minutes. Who's ready for a flip?
Yeah.
Let's go. 1, 2, and 3. That's amazing looking. Boy, if we were playing Cooking Guy Bingo, you would score big with the amazing. Nice and even, that's exactly what we're looking for. So I know we're doing the same thing on this now bottom side. We'll come back when it's time to move it over. And that side is done. So we're just gonna pick the whole kit up. And by the way, big fat spatula like this is ideal. And move them over to this side. This side is not on at all. But that means we have to have the lid shut so it cooks like it's in an oven. And try not to hit Max's camera on the way down. And voila, look at this kid. So now we'll bring him off, and this needs to rest. Covered loosely with foil for a solid 10-15 minutes. Let the juices just work their way back throughout the meat, because right now they're all at the edges. We don't want them at the edges, we want them in here. Loosely covered, 10 minutes, then we make breakfast, lunch, and dinner with our chuck. And after about 10 minutes, we have foil. No, we don't, we have, oh, look at the beautiful chuck. The chuckness of it all. It's fantastic. All right, so let's do this. Let's take it off. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Come on. You come down here. That's pretty as the picture, isn't it? Well, now you have a choice of however you want to cut it. If you want, you can just follow right along this little fat seam like this. Just come right here. And remember, we're always cutting against the grain. So like that. Oh, come on. Come on. That's not even fair. How beautiful that is. And why am I cutting these, Sam? Because we're giving the boys a taste. So we can all have a little taste of the chuck. Chancey and Maxie.
Chuck me.
Chuck you. Uno, dos, tres. I mean, they call it a poor man's ribeye. I don't think if you have all the money in the world, you need to be buying a ribeye if you can have this. It's just so delicious. So nice and fatty, but now over here, this part right here, if I want to cut like this guy over here, not so fatty. But there are little ribbons of it through here that you can see. And what do we say? Fat is flavor. This is an outstanding cut that people forget that you can grill. But rather than stand here and eat this all day, like I did when I was trying one yesterday, I ate a lot of beef yesterday and so happy for it. And now first up, tacos with grilled chuck and fried eggs. Watch this. For our egg, we like butter, so a little right in the center, and we crack. No shell, no broken yolk. Perfect. I can rein it in a bit. Let's give it a little salt and pepper. While that's cooking, I'm gonna take this tortilla, corn tortilla, and put it right there. Let it start to get beautifully marked up. It'll make it pretty, cook it the right way, and it'll be outstanding. All right, my egg's ready. We'll take this off, get the tortilla, and we can build. That there is a beautiful corn tortilla. Let's start with some of the sauce that we made. I mean, it's really delicious. So like a kind of a nice amount. And then we'll take our egg, like that. And then some of our beautiful chuck. We'll go over here with it. Oh God, you know when you fold that up, what's gonna happen? That yolk is gonna bust. Everybody likes a little avocado, a little fresh radish, because why not? A tiny bit of cotija cheese for just a little sharpness. Oh my goodness. And last but not least, little chopped cilantro to make it beautiful. Wow. Well, only the thing left to do is try and have a bite of this nonsense. Let's see if we can do this. All right, we pick it up, give it a little squeeze. And oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. That should be my bite right there. Uh-oh, I'm losing it. It's unbelievable. And the chuck adds the beefy flavor that you just want in this kind of taco. Oh my gosh. That little sauce in there is fantastic. The runny yolk is the way it should be. But here's the crazy thing. We're just starting. This is breakfast. You ready for steak frites? Let's get our second fry on. Oil's about 375 this time. And in we go. This is the crisping and the browning step. Cook well, little friends. Enjoy your beef tallow bath. Okay, so these guys are done and gorgeous. So let them drip off their oil. We don't want too much. But listen to the crisp. That's what we wanted. Here's the deal. This chuck steak as the steak part of steak and frites is gonna be fantastic. We don't want a substandard fry with it. So cooking them the right way in beef tallow has just boosted the flavor immeasurably. So get everybody out. Let's get hit with some kosher salt while they're hot. That's the time because it sucks it all in. Let's plate. Now our chuck. Hello, Chuck. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Remember this? Our horseradish garlic aioli. Two more things. Just a little flaky sea salt for the win and, you know, a tiny bit of green. Oh, boom, look at that. Come on now. Son, somebody talk to me. Well, 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 look what we have here. I mean, I know the fries are gonna be amazing, so how about we just have a delicious piece of our chuck in the horseradish aioli, like that. You know, the beef-centricness of this cut is crazy good, crazy good. Okay, one more bite for me. You won't see it, I'll give the boys a couple bites, but now we're ready for dinner.
He's lying, he won't feed us.
I will feed them. I know this looks like it could be dinner, but think that you're in a little brasserie in Paris. It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're having this. Then we follow it up with our creamy pasta, mushrooms, and more chuck. And by the way, a good fry is a good fry, but one that's been cooked in beef tallow is next level. Boys,
Unbelievable. So good.
they can't stop talking about him.
We're lying, he won't let us eat.
I'll let them eat. All right, remember this? Look how gorgeous it is. By the way, I forgot to do it on camera, so I've added salt and pepper. But boy, oh boy, this make me happy. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Take this out, and now I have pasta right here that I'm just going straight in, and then we'll toss in the pan. And we'll serve in the pan. Beautiful. Oh man. Oh man. If you could smell this from where you are. Max has been drooling about this since we made it. But wait, don't stop there, because here's the next move. Parmesan. Some nice, good, not from the bag Parmesan. Quick stir. Let it work its way in a bit. Kill the heat, tiny bit more. Now some of this amazing chuck. Hello, Chuck. And two things. The chuck gets a little of this and a little of this. Aw, come on, please. I keep saying, aw, come on, but everything today has been so delicious, and this will be no exception. Here's why I chose a mushroom sauce. The chuck itself, beef, is a big, bold, delicious flavor. And I don't like to pair it with a wimpy little nothing. A light little lemon sauce might be delicious for asparagus, but not for our big boy chuck here. So let's just get a bite. Oh boy. Let's get a piece of the pasta and a bite of our beautiful steak. Oh, what's going on in the smells here? Oh my God. That is a match made in beef. It's what's for dinner heaven. Holy smokes, I can't believe it. Everything works so perfectly, not the least of which is our friend Chucky. All right, it's been a good day. No, it's been a great day. The link to the recipes are below. You should make all these things. Remember, Chuck, it's not just for slow and low cooking anymore. You can grill it. Instant read thermometer, get it to where you want it, take it off, let it rest. You will be in beef heaven. It is so great. Thanks for hanging out with us. Boys, say goodbye.
Bye. Bye.